Now, in light of this newfound spiritualism, universalism, where people are getting more and more into this idea of burning incense, how far back does this actually go? And is it something that we should be doing? Are we permitted to do it? What is the situation with this whole concept of burning incense? Ancient Egypt, 3000 BCE. Incense was used in religious ceremonies to honor deities. The burning of incense like myrrh and frankincense was part of offerings to gods believed to carry prayers to the heavens. Sumerians and Babylonians, 3000 BCE. In Mesopotamia, incense was used in the temple rituals to please gods and cleanse sacred spaces. They used resins like frankincense for purification and as offerings. 3000 BCE, and this is the exact same rhetoric being used today in this new spiritualism or universalism, whatever you want to call it, when they tell you they're doing a smoke cleanse and that the smoke is bringing your affirmations up to the universe or to God or whatever. This is how they word it, okay? It's not how I'm wording it. This is how they word it. They tell you that the smoke is bringing your affirmations to the universe, okay? So it just goes to show you actually how old this mindset is. Ancient Israel. The use of incense in the Jewish temple, particularly in the Holies of Holies, was a central part of worship. It was specified in the Torah for use in the altar of incense, symbolizing prayers ascending to God. Ancient Greece. 800 BCE. Incense was used in religious ceremonies to honor gods, purify sacred spaces, and during sacrifices to make offerings more appealing to deities. Ancient Rome, 753 BCE. Romans adopted many Greek practices, including the use of incense as sacrifices to gods. It was also used in public rituals to signify divine favor of purification. Mayan civilization. In Mesoamerica, incense was integral in religious ceremonies used to communicate with ancestors and deities. Copal, a type of resin, was commonly burned. Chinese dynasties, 206 BCE. Incense was used as an ancestor worship and Taoistic rituals for purification and to honor deities. It was also part of Confucian rites to venerate ancestors. Medieval Europe. In Christian liturgy, incense was used to symbolize the prayers of the faithful rising to heaven, particularly during Mass. It was also used to sanctify and cleanse church spaces. Hinduism. In India, incense or dhauf is used in puja ceremonies to honor deities, purify the environment, and invite divine presence. Modern times. Incense continues to be used in various religious and spiritual practices worldwide for similar purposes, including Buddhism, Shintoism, and New Age spirituality for meditation, prayer, and ritual purification. We are forbidden from praying in a stinky place, right? If the room that you are praying in becomes stinky, you are to remove the smell or go pray somewhere else, right? We cannot pray in a stinky place as it has a negative impact on the soul while it is praying. Additionally, in Havdalah, there is this besamim, the scent, right? We make a blessing over the scent. People use things like citronella or cinnamon, things like this, a cinnamon stick, things like this, okay, for the smell, to have a good smell, and it's to heighten the soul to go through the week, right? We have this concept. And David Amelech had this to say. Let my hands be set forth with incense before you, the lifting of my hands as the evening sacrifice. As human beings, we very often need something physical to help us, to aid us in a spiritual activity, right? Having a prayer book to help you pray is a physical object that helps you connect spiritually. Music is another aspect of this. So incense, or burning incense, smoke in general, one, it's going to remove any smells in the room and it's going to smell better, right? Two, you can help you more visually connect to your prayers and what you're doing by imagining that the smoke is lifting up your prayers, even though you don't really need the smoke to do it. But is it even permissible? Are we allowed to do such a thing? Seems to be the case in the temple, and David Amelech saw it this way. But are we allowed to do it? Prohibition on creating incense for non-temple use. The Talmud discusses the prohibition of creating the exact incense mixture used in the temple for any purpose other than temple service. This is based on the biblical command in Exodus 30:37 through 38, where it says, "The incense which you shall make, you shall not make for yourself according to its composition. It shall be holy to you for God. Whoever makes any like it to smell it should be cut off from his people." Maimonides, in his Mishnah Torah, explains that while the exact temple incense mixture for personal use is forbidden, other types of incense are not prohibited. Shulchan Aruch, a foundational code of Jewish law, follows this line, indicating that while the specific temple incense formula is forbidden, other incense mixtures are permissible. If lighting incense is a tool that helps you get into the right mindset to pray and to pray with higher concentration and more fluidity, it would be permissible to use something like jasmine or lavender, something like this, but it would be forbidden to use the temple sacrifice ingredients, as we are to separate the holy from the mundane. So during the week when you are praying in your home, this is mundane, we would use a different type of incense for this. So it is permissible if it helps you to, like I said, get into the correct mindset and to pray with more kavanah. You would be allowed to do it in this way. And lastly, just another point from the Talmud itself. Talmud discusses the connection between prayer and incense more directly. Rabbi Eliezer said the prayer of the righteous is like incense. We do have a prohibition that we cannot use something or benefit from something that was used for idol worship. So I would be very mindful of where you purchased your incense from and what type of incense it is, and that it wasn't derived from or made for the purpose of idol worship. That is a little caveat to this, that while burning incense is something that, is permitted, we have to be careful not to benefit from idol worship. That being said, may all of your prayers be like incense.